Did you talk to Samardo about him?
Did I talk to Samardo? Yes, we did. Samardo was here during one of the workouts, so they were doing a little jog.
Okay.
Chris, given that Kyrie is the #1 overall pick, what are your realistic expectations for him coming in?
Work hard, learn, and get a little bit better every day.
Byron, a lot of comparisons have been made between. Am I supposed to wait for the microphone? Yeah.
There you go, right here.
Jason, man,
Is that a fine?
it should be.
Just put it on my tab.
$25 now.
A lot of comparisons have been made between Kyrie and Chris Paul, and obviously you've got a good relationship with Chris. Can you just sort of address that? Is that a fair comparison? Is that too much to put on a kid who's only played 11 college games?
Yeah, I don't think you want to make that type of comparison. I think the #1 thing you want to do right now is allow Kyrie to come in here and grow. People are going to put expectations on him, but the thing that, like Chris just said, our expectations is for him to come in here, play hard, get better each day. The speed of the game is totally different in the NBA than it is at college, and I think he's going to take him a little while to get used to that. But the thing that I love about Kyrie is he's a very, very intelligent basketball player. But I don't think you want to try to make those type of comparisons. Let this young man come in here and get a feel for the city, get a feel for the organization and the team, and I think he'll be fine.
Chris, was Valanciunas just a smokescreen? Your interest in him?
Apparently there was a lot of smoke screens for the last couple of weeks. I couldn't keep up. I mean, we went through a very deep, methodical process where we dug into all these guys. And I was very proud of our group. I was proud of our scouts. I was proud of our front office. Proud of our coaching staff. We ran them through the drill pretty good, and our group really dug in and did a nice job. And we came out of it with the 2 guys that we had targeted, which we were excited about. Certainly, we had conversations about other guys and debate, which is what we should be doing. But at the end of the day, we feel really good about these 2 guys.
Chris, given the fact that Kyrie only played 11 games in college, how much of a concern was that for you, and why did you ultimately feel comfortable based on that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, certainly when a guy plays 11 games, 303 minutes, I think, to be exact. You asked a lot of questions. We watch a lot of film. We do a lot of work. We go to a lot of practices. And when you're drafting a player, you're studying their history. And not just, particularly when you're drafting freshmen, you can't just study their history in college. You have to study it in high school or prep school and beyond. So this is a kid that has dominated at the highest level since he started playing basketball. And he's won at the highest level since he started playing basketball. And we take that into consideration. And obviously playing 11 games, we looked at all of his medical. We're very lucky, the relationship that we have with the Cleveland Clinic, which made it easy and gave us great comfort that everyone was on the same page and that Kyrie's not going to have any problems going forward and should be fine.
Chris, when you're looking at Thompson, it's great that he gets fouled a lot, but he shoots 49% from the foul line. Mm-hmm. And when you have a player like that, and also Byron, is that a concern, and how do you deal with that?
Yeah, Terry, it's a good question. It's one of the things that we debated pretty well. One of the things that we consider, particularly about young players as they're growing, there's some guys that get fouled or try to avoid fouls so they don't get to the foul line. He is one of the best methodical workers that we've seen in college basketball. He's one of the best with Coach Barnes before and after practice, constantly working. And because of that effort, because of his work ethic, and because he's not afraid to be a foul and keep attacking, he has the right mentality. So I believe he's going to get a lot better. I don't think it's going to happen overnight. It's going to take time. But believing in him as a human and as a worker, I think he'll end up just fine.
Byron, have you had a guy like that where you couldn't make half his free throws and that kind of thing, and then work with them?
Have I had a guy like that?
Yeah, and got somewhere?
No, not really. I've had guys, that had jump shots that you had to kind of fix, and this is no different. And I think with Tristan, the thing about him, like Chris just said, is he's a hard worker. He's willing to do, and he understands that that's a position or that's a part of his game that he has to get better at. So he's willing to put the work in, and obviously from a coaching staff standpoint, we're willing to help him put the work in. So it's not a big concern of ours right now.